Hey, welcome back to the Passive Buddies podcast. And in today's episode, me and Brandon are going to cover how to start a recurring income business. Now, this is just going to make Brandon all lit up inside because this is his favorite type of business that I've known for years. He absolutely loves it. So I'm excited to dive into Brandon's thoughts and find out exactly how to do it. You ready, pal?
I am so ready for this.
Yeah. So I know we touched on it on the last episode, but like in a nutshell, why a recurring income business over anything else?
It just allows for freedom. I think that if you, and it really allows for multiple things because not only does it allow for freedom, but it really allows for leverage, allows for reinvesting your profits to be able to have that predictability of your income because you know how much money is coming in and how much you can set aside towards actually reinvesting. It also allows for exit strategies because with a recurring income, you can take yourself out and put someone else in and sell it versus selling one-off products without any system. If it's a brand kind of business that doesn't sell for as much or without that person because if the brand's gone, then really there's nothing. There's so many just different, I guess, ways you can use recurring income that's just beneficial for everyday life. I mean, all of our bills are recurring, so I don't know why anyone would not start a recurring income business.
That makes sense in terms of obviously like your bills consistently are recurring, they don't go away. They're not like just income blast, are they? So with your bills being recurring, it makes sense to have them at least covered by something recurring. And that's
Right.
where they tricked you into a salary rather than teaching you how to create a business. So in terms of starting a recurring income business, what things do you think are needed to make it a successful recurring income business?
I think it just depends on the person because there's so many ways you can build a recurring income business. It just really depends on uh, what you want to leverage. If you want to, I mean, it, so like it really just comes down to having systems in place. If you have systems, you can make anything recurring. I mean, to having a maid service, having enough, people lined up hourly where you're hiring maids to go out and clean people's houses, and you have systems with lead generation coming in, but then you are always having to find more clients and or having to find and keep those clients and making sure you're getting payments, but then you also need to leverage human capital to make that and scale that. Versus if you have, say for instance, instead of human capital, you have like a digital real estate or software as a service. That's kind of like it's very scalable because you're not having to use human capital. You're using another lever or another leverage point, which is digital assets. And so you can sell software and really have a small team and be able to make quite a bit of money by leveraging software as a service and having it be your human capital in a sense because each person has their own license to use a particular software every single month. So there's all sorts of different ways to build recurring income to even just buying real estate. And instead of digital real estate, you now have physical real estate and providing a home for someone. So there's so many different ways. Those are three examples in three different markets that you can build recurring income. But we can definitely go deeper.
Right, so before obviously people get scared because software as a service, oh, I'm not techie, I'm not this, I'm not that. Like, can you build a software company? And I know we've covered this before. Can you build a software company without being techie?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there is so many ways you can. I mean, I'm not tech. I mean, I would say I'm kind of techie, but I'm not. I don't know how to program, and you don't need to know how to program to actually make a software company. So there's a million different ways that you could do it. You could essentially resell people's software that's not even your own, and you can literally just hire someone or buy someone's software and resell it as your own, like an affiliate. And that's one option. You can white label people's software and put it your own branding on it, your own name on it, collect 100% recurring income, and make it as if it was your own. and give it to other people and sell it. And so you're able to do that with different softwares. Like we, in our 90-day cash flow challenge, we go over how to do that and actually how to build a recurring income business. So you definitely want to check out the first link on more details about that. But to go into actually how to do it is you can literally white label someone else's software, put your own branding on it, put your own name on it, and sell it to your audience as if it was your own. And you don't have to hire the tech support team. You don't have to hire, all these other people to develop it for you, or pay a monthly subscription and hosting. All you have to do is pay the monthly subscription for the software that allows you to white label it. And so you can collect recurring income that way. What we did previously with another option is you can hire a team to develop your own software. So we've developed our own software, which is a Facebook CRM tool, which is a client management relationships tool, or client relationship management tool, which allows you to really keep track of your leads and then be able to close 2x more sales online, or 2 times more sales online organically on Facebook. And so with that, you're able to, I hired a team, they developed it, they did everything, and now we took them on, and there are pretty much our developers who handle all the technical support. They do all the developing. Anything that is wrong with the software, they fix it. When Facebook decides to do their changes, we pretty much keep up to date with the changes on Facebook, and they're quite often. So it's just playing that game. So there is more ways to develop your own or create your own software. It just depends on, one, how much time you want to invest and money you want to invest, and if you want to own your own software and have your own say on what you do with it, or if you want to go fast and white label someone else's software and not have, but also not have suggestions or anything be considered because you're not the actual development team of the software. So it just really depends on if you want to invest a lot of money and go slow, or invest a little bit and have all the control, or invest very little money, go fast, and not have to worry about the bug reports, the errors, the constantly changing in code, and have someone else handle that.
Okay, so for startup people, for people who are looking at generating an online business, and people who are looking at recurring income and cash flow businesses, we're looking at white label first, because it's the quickest way to get going. It's the way you've done it with High Level, and then obviously you went and gone and developed your own software anyway. So white label softwares. So, and do me a favor, just describe roughly what a white label is.
So if you're familiar with Costco and or grocery store, typically they just house different types of products or food or whatever, and they don't actually develop or produce the baked goods or the alcohol or the bread or the milk. So when you go to Costco, they have their Kirkland brand products, and it's do they have Costco? And okay.
Oh, so, yeah, it's like my favorite shop.
So you can go to Costco and get Kirkland brand steaks, or Kirkland brand alcohol, or whatever, toilet paper. And so you can get that stuff, and they don't produce that, but they put their brand on it, their label on it. And so that's essentially what we're doing in the online space. Is we're going to the Costco and taking their product, or we're taking their product that the software company made, and we're putting our Kirkland brand on it, or the Money Friends, or the Passive Buddies, or the whatever brand, or Joe Smith Software Emporium or whatever, putting their brand on it, and now selling it to their audience, just like Costco would with Kirkland.
Okay, so obviously that helps. Basically, a white label is simple. It's a blank label that you can stick your stuff on and sell it as your own. Is the easiest way to sort of grasp that concept. And Costco is a great example, because I love Costco food. But getting back to it, so we take white label softwares and then we package them up. So in order not to just sell an email marketing platform or a funnel building software, in order to make your product less of a commodity and more of an irresistible offer, we need to package it up. We need to put it together, so it's not just, you can't just for instance, remember, going on Amazon, yeah? Go on Amazon and you're looking for a mouse, right? And there's a million mouses on there, isn't there? Like all selling the exact same mouse. Like there's so many of them. Like that is a commodity, and you're basically at a price war at that point. Whereas if you take your white label softwares and wrap it around with other things, you're then standing out from the crowd. So if you wanted to buy that certain software, or would you buy the software, or would you buy the package with everything else included for the same price? So it's about packaging that. And you've done it incredibly well, especially over the last few months. Do you want to talk about that sort of scenario and how you actually then get to sell the recurring income business?
Yeah, definitely. So, and to go kind of a must on with your point about Amazon, and like they'll have the one mouse, but then if you look down below, they'll have like most customers bought this mouse with this mouse pad and this mouse cleaner, and so they'll put it in a little package so that it's saved, and it'll say like save $5 or whatever. So that's like a kind of a Nazir offer instead of a commodity where you can only get those three. Sure, you can buy it separately, but you can only buy those three together at this limited spot down here because there's no other offer combining them. So that's kind of the when he's saying a commodity versus an offer, it's like the Amazon where they put a special package for you very at the very bottom. So I think that's pretty cool. As far as how we built our offer, we own a software company and we white label High Level. So essentially we are taking those two pieces of software and allowing people to learn how to build a recurring income business, because essentially what you're trying to do online is find leads, get lead generation, build relationships, and then have a solid offer. And typically with lead generation and follow-up and email sequencing, all that costs money. So High Level is like $97 a month. So you're paying $100 a month there. With with tool like Facebook CRM lead generation tool, you're looking at the low end $47 a month to say the high end at $197. So let's just say you're spending $97 a month there. So $200 a month just to have two pieces of software that helps you with Facebook marketing and lead generation, so you can start building really a business online. So your website that pretty much houses your lead generation, lead magnet, or a low ticket offer, whatever that is, so you can collect leads. And then you need to nurture those leads through email and automation. And so in doing so, we've given you pretty much everything you need to start a business and the training. And then obviously we have accountability, because a lot of people kind of fall off in the online space because they're given, in what I've seen in the high ticket space, and we talk about this a lot, is they pay $4,000 or $6,000 to learn, but then they need to buy the software to do the lead generation. They need to buy, all these other things that are cost monthly, and then they get burnt out because they're always having to find leads and kind of don't have the systems in place because they've spent all their money on this 4K program. So they have to do it manually. They don't have a sales funnel software or anything that was able to set them up for success. So we figured we give all the tools on our dime, make sure that they are learning how to do it properly with setting up the email sequencing, setting up the lead generation, learning how to find leads, and learning how to actually sell, because a lot of people don't even know how to sell online. So we go over how to actually do that. So combining all these factors of hand-holding, software, accountability. So going on to our accountability coaching every single week, making sure you're showing up for that because you have goals. And if you are being held accountable for those goals, you're more likely to achieve them versus, we hear this all the time of people just set themselves up for their New Year's resolution, and within a month they've already quit because they're only holding themselves accountable versus someone else holding them accountable to set those goals and to achieve those goals. So we've put all these things together to make people win. I mean, that's why we've had such high success, is because we actually want people to win versus a lot of these programs, they just want your money up front. And then if you lose or don't win, then it's like, well, it was on you because you didn't put in the work or whatever. So it's an easy scapegoat for them to like be like, well, you didn't do it, so that's why you weren't successful. You don't have the right mindset. Versus we show you that you can win, and you actually make your first couple wins right away, and then you set you up for success down the road.
Absolutely love it. So as you say, like to build a recurring income business, it's faster to white label. It's faster
Right.
start to white label. You're looking at adding softwares, coaching, and accountability into your offer to make sure you stand out ahead of just the software. And then that alone then gives you a higher chance of success. What you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be, if you've got these recurring or these white label products and these softwares that obviously you're using, you don't want to be then going and like spending 4, 5, 10K on just learning how to sell and market. Those are skills you can acquire as you go.
Right.
So it's a case of getting the coaching, getting the accountability, getting the software and running. So with that in mind, obviously, if white label is the fastest way to get started on a recurring income business, and you need coaching and accountability, that then leads us to what?
I mean, you can white label coaching and everything. I mean, you can white label anything essentially and make it your own business and essentially build. If you believe in it and you know that it's going to help people, then there is no reason why you shouldn't do that, because it's the quickest way to help people win.
100%. So guys, obviously, if you are interested in creating a recurring income business and you want to do it the fast way with the white label and build that recurring income pretty quick, go ahead and click the first link in the description or the show notes. That is going to take you to the 90-day cash flow challenge, which we teach all of this inside of the 90-day cash flow challenge. So it's 100% worth it. And go, if you use the link below, you'll get a trial for $1 for 30 days. So you can produce an income producing asset or create an income producing asset before it's even time to pay. So I think that can't be fairer than that, can you?
Yeah, I mean, if you can win without having a large, I mean, it's kind of like try before you buy. And if you know that you're going to get results, you'll get results with us. And we have everything that you need to achieve those results. And we've had quite a lot of people in such a short time get amazing results. So, it just goes to show, and you can definitely see all the social proof that people were talking about of how amazing the program is. So I'm very excited and I want you guys to win. So and that's why we provide this value every single week, because we want you to continuously get results in your business.
Absolutely, guys, because it is about setting you guys free, creating a passive income stream online so you are not tied to a boss, because nobody likes working for a boss. Nobody wants to work 40 hours a week. It's a broken system and you deserve better. So, guys, if you've enjoyed the podcast, please let us know. Give us a like, a thumbs up, a comment. It'd be great to see you. And again, don't forget to check out the first link in the description, and we will see you in the next episode.
Peace.